You've been told since childhood to speak your truth, to open your heart, to be transparent. Society preaches that honesty builds connection, but that's a lie dressed in virtue. A lie whispered by manipulators who feed on confession, by opportunists who smile while collecting your words like ammunition, and by a world that worships vulnerability only to punish it the moment you show too much. Machiavelli understood something darker, something true. He wrote that the promise given was a necessity of the past, the word broken is a necessity of the present. He knew the cost of transparency in a world built on power. He didn't teach connection. He taught control. And if you wish to survive, not as a victim, but as a strategist, you must follow his 7 laws of silence. Because in this age of oversharing, secrecy has become the last form of power. Law 1, never reveal your true intentions. They tell you, just be honest about what you want. But honesty is a luxury for those with nothing to protect. The moment people know your destination, they begin to build the traps. They start analyzing your steps, calculating your weakness, testing whether you're a threat to their comfort. Tell them your ambition and they will compete with it. Tell them your dream and they will measure it against their fear. Machiavelli once said, everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. And that's why power belongs to the unreadable. Let them think you're harmless. Let them mistake your patience for passivity. Speak softly of small plans while you quietly construct an empire behind their blindness. Say, I'm just here to learn. Say, we'll see. Never say, I'm coming for the throne. Because when your goals are invisible, your enemies don't know where to strike. Law 2, never reveal your emotional weakness. Be real, they say. Be vulnerable. What they mean is, show me where to stab. Every confession becomes a map of your mind. The moment you say, I overthink, I feel lonely, I'm scared, someone is taking notes. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day they'll use those words to pierce you. They'll pretend to empathize, nod while you speak, then store your pain like poison. Machiavelli was not heartless. He was strategic. He understood that emotions should be expressed, but never exposed. Cry if you must, alone. Break, but in silence. Scream, but where no one can hear you. Because the more emotion you reveal, the more emotional leverage you hand over. Control your expression even if you cannot control your feeling. That's not deceit. That's defense. Law 3, never reveal your real alliances. Loyalty is sacred, but visibility is suicide. The more they know who stands with you, the easier it becomes to isolate you. Enemies rarely attack directly, they attack your circle. They whisper to your allies, tempt them, turn them, and soon you are surrounded by ghosts of trust. Machiavelli wrote, it is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver. And the most dangerous betrayal always comes from someone who once knew your secrets. So guard your loyalties like treasure. In public, be friendly with everyone and loyal to no one. Smile at rivals. Compliment enemies. Keep your true connections hidden beneath layers of ambiguity. When people cannot trace your allegiance, they cannot predict your move. And in the chessboard of power, uncertainty is the deadliest piece. Law 4, never reveal what truly motivates you. They'll ask, what drives you? They'll pretend it's admiration, but it's interrogation. The moment you say, I want to prove myself, they hear, I can be controlled by silence. Say, I want to make my family proud, they hear, I can be guilt-tripped. Say, I just want love, and they know you can be starved into obedience. Your motivation is your control panel. Once they know what moves you, they own your strings. Machiavelli did not celebrate noble motives, he celebrated results. The ends justify the means. People will manipulate your wire to destroy your cow. They'll use morality as a leash, empathy as a cage. So give them surface reasons, I'm exploring. I'm curious. Make your drive sound small, forgettable. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, build something they'll only see once it's unstoppable. Let your motivation be discovered through your victories, not your confessions. Law 5. Never reveal what or who you despise. Hatred exposes pressure points. Disgust reveals control mechanisms. Say, I hate being ignored, and silence will become your punishment. Say, I hate liars, and deception will be wrapped in charm. Say, I hate arrogance, and arrogance will parade around you to break your calm. The more you show what triggers you, the more the world will test your composure. Machiavelli advised rulers to learn to act as both beast and man. That means appearing civil while being untouchable. Train yourself in emotional neutrality. Don't flinch. Don't react. Don't give anyone the satisfaction of seeing you bleed. Your control must be terrifying, not because you are emotionless, but because you choose when to show emotion. The person who cannot be provoked is the person who cannot be controlled. Law 6. Never reveal what you're willing to sacrifice. People say boundaries are built through clarity, but in power, clarity is vulnerability. Tell them, I'd never leave this job, and they'll exploit your loyalty. Tell them, I'd do anything for you, and they'll test your limits. Tell them, this means everything to me, and they'll threaten it to keep you obedient. Machiavelli taught rulers to appear replaceable, but never be replaceable, and to make others believe they can be replaced even when they can't. So instead of saying, I'll never leave, say, I'm here for now. Instead of saying, I'll do anything, say, I'll do what's necessary. You are not being cold, you are being calculated. Because once people know what you die for, they will make you die for it piece by piece. In negotiation, your sacrifice is the final weapon. And the only way to keep that weapon sharp is to keep it hidden. Law 7. Never reveal what you truly think of yourself. This is the most dangerous revelation of all. Not what you think of others, but what you believe about yourself. Admit your doubts, and people will reinforce them until they become your identity. Admit your insecurities, and they'll magnify them through jokes wrapped in kindness. Declare your greatness, and they'll mark you for destruction. Most people don't want truth. They want cracks in your armor so they can feel safer beside you. Machiavelli warned, men are so simple, and so obedient to present necessities, that he who deceives will always find someone who will let himself be deceived. So deceive them, not through lies, but through silence. Let them think you are humble. Let them underestimate you. Let them laugh, because laughter blinds them. And when they finally realize who you are, it will be too late to contain you. The unreadable are unstoppable. Silence is not emptiness. It is tension, the invisible rope that pulls others closer in uncertainty. People can argue with your words, but they can't argue with your mystery. When you speak less, they project more. They assign meaning to your pauses, depth to your stillness, and fear to your indifference. Your silence becomes their mirror, reflecting their own anxiety back at them. That's where power begins. Because the one who speaks least controls the emotional frame. The world is addicted to confession. People overshare, over-explain, over-justify. They post their wounds and call it authenticity, not realizing that every explanation is an invitation to manipulation. But you are Machiavellian now. You've deleted the need to be understood. Because once people know how you work, they will begin to work you. Restraint becomes dominance. Mystery becomes protection. Unreadability becomes your armor. When they can't predict you, they can't prepare for you. And when they can't prepare, they can't stop you. Machiavelli never taught isolation. He taught infiltration. He didn't say hide in the dark. He said, be the shadow inside the room. To win in the real world, you must learn to walk among them, visible but untouchable. Listen more than you speak. Nod when they talk. Smile when they probe. Give answers that sound true but reveal nothing. When they ask, what's next for you? Say, still observing. When they ask, what drives you? Say, peace, mostly. When they ask, what do you think of them? Say, interesting. Still watching. Every word should fog the lens. Every sentence should protect your blueprint. Power decays when it becomes predictable. You must become unpredictable by design. Let others rage. Let them correct publicly. Let them flex their ego. You correct in silence, through action, through redirection, through absence. Machiavelli believed in the quiet correction, no explosions, just erosion. You don't need to destroy your enemies. You need only remove their access. Let them feel the cold distance of someone who no longer reacts. That's power they cannot quantify. The final law: control access, not people. True dominance is not manipulation, it's containment. You don't need to control others. You only need to control what they can reach. Limit what they know. Limit what they see. Limit what they can assume. When someone betrays you, do not explain. When someone doubts you, do not prove. When someone leaves, do not chase. Let your silence be the lesson. Let your distance be the answer. Machiavelli wrote that he who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city. Because power begins with restraint. When you no longer bleed to be understood, when you no longer crave validation, when you finally stop narrating your pain, you become unreadable. And unreadable people are feared, respected, and remembered. You no longer speak to be heard. You speak to direct. You no longer explain your absence. Your absence becomes the statement. You no longer reveal emotion. You reveal outcomes. You have become what the world cannot categorize: a presence, not a person. A question mark wrapped in calm. They will feel it when you enter a room: the stillness, the gravity, the silent dominance. They won't know why, but they'll know not to play with you. Because in a world addicted to noise, your silence has become sacred. Your secrecy has become strength. And your unreadable mind, that is your kingdom. Guard it. Rule it. And reveal nothing.